Alright guys, so my radiator came in. As you can see, it's already fucked up. Just from banging it around on the way here, I guess. But it is what it is. I'm hoping it works out. It's got the fill neck on the top, which is nice. Honestly, it's probably some Chinese bullshit, this entire thing. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So here are my fans. That's my shroud, my aluminum shroud. I don't actually have it bolted in yet. I just had 2 bolts in there. But I'll set that to the side. Set this to the side. So it's a dual fan. I'm gonna have to splice these 2 together and then splice it somewhere to my power supply. But there's the shroud. All right, guys. So I ran into an issue. Just in case y'all are watching this and you are installing the kit, I wanted to show y'all this. So you're probably gonna have to drop your radiator support, get rid of it completely or fab it back up. I don't know, I haven't tried yet, but all I know is when it was on completely, I tried to put in my exit pipe from the turbo and out the bumper, and I couldn't even put in my cold side pipe, and especially couldn't put them back through there together. So it bumps into this. I tried to grind it down, didn't work. You can grind this down whatever and your exit pipe will go through, but once you get your exit pipe through and you try to put, or down pipe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and then you try to put your cold side pipe that goes through here, there's no way you're getting them both through there without them touching. In fact, you're not going to get both of them through there anyways. So you'll have to drop this, run your pipes through, and if you want to try to fab something up, you can do that, but I'm not fucking with it. I'm just going to drop it and worry about it later, just so I can get the turbo, all the pipes on. But I just wanted to show you all that because it was something that I attempted to fix by grinding it down, but it didn't work. I've actually seen somebody run one of these kits and they ran their cold side pipe, their charge pipe out through there. That makes way more sense, but obviously with the stock kit you can't run it like that. So but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, completely drop this. I'm gonna put some RTV, copper RTV on this, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Put my turbo back on, and I'm basically gonna button everything up, put my radiator in, and put the cold side in, and then that'll pretty much be it for the video. As far as that goes, I went ahead and put these on. These lower ones, they'll go, I guess I'm gonna put it into my charge pipe, or not my charge pipe, but somewhere on the cold side. They normally go, they run a line into there, right there, but they don't have it already pre-tapped, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. I guess I'll just put it in. I really don't want to drill into my turbo, so I'm just gonna drill into one of the pipes, cold side pipes. Then I got my top one for my boost controller, which I don't have yet. One thing I noticed with these clamps, this one went on fine. There's a nice gap there, so you know it was tight and sealed. This one, I had to put a washer here, and even with the washer here, I still completely tightened this up. So I'm hoping that doesn't leak, but that was just something weird I noticed. So right now I got everything tightened. Earlier when y'all saw the turbo, obviously it wasn't tight. Well, not obviously, but it wasn't tightened. Now it is. That was a pain in the ass. If you guys are installing this kit, the best advice I can give you is take the don't put the merge in. Bolt the turbo onto that merge right there. And then put the V-bands on. Because I could not, I mean, you can see that bolt back there. It's impossible to get it unless you do it before. And that one's pretty damn hard too. It looks like there's more room than there is actually. Just because I'm on 0.5, so like everything's spaced out. But other than that, zip tied this line to this. I wrapped it, zip tied it to that, and then I still need to figure out how I'm going to, because it's clearing over here. I also kind of sort of wrapped the wire down there. Did a shitty job because I already had that on there, this header. So it was a pain in the ass to get under. But anyways, I got to figure out what I'm going to do to route this. Probably zip tie it somewhere and it'll be fine. But other than that, I dropped my, there's usually the radiator support. I dropped that. This went in perfectly fine. It clears good. So I haven't fully tightened that down, but I've tightened it down pretty good. I'm not going to fully tighten it down until I know where the exit pipe is going to sit coming out this way through the bumper. But other than that, now it's time to put the radiator in. So I got my radiator kind of mounted. Obviously, it's pretty sturdy, but I don't have it fully mounted yet. I just have one on the bottom. I used this piece of metal that was actually perfect. I had to get an L bracket. I'm going to see what I can do with that side with that L bracket. And if that works, I might take this one off and, you know, put the L bracket on that side too. I don't know. Anyways, this is kind of what I've been dealing with this entire build. You know, so I bought this hose because, you know, with the aftermarket radiator you have to buy, you know, you got to redo your hoses. I got lucky because this radiator has them on the same side. So I was like, cool. I got an outlet there and an outlet here. This should be easy, right? Yeah, super easy. It clears. With the turbo blanket, this is going to be perfectly fine. I'm not worried about this at all. Anyways, you got this. Basically what I did was, let me see. So I have these, I actually went to AutoZone and I found these coolant hose repair kits. And it basically comes with these. It comes with 3 different sizes. Comes with 2 clamps and comes with some rubber cement. So basically what I did was, this one's not done, but I got rubber cement, put it on this side, then tighten the clamp down as much as possible. Then I'm going to do the same thing, or I was going to do the same thing on this one. This was a rough cut, but it's kind of just, I'm really just fabbing it up. It's not final product, but put rubber cement, tighten that down. That's not going to go anywhere either. Well, issue with that is everything looks good. Clears really well, especially after I'm going to put my wideband thing in, because I can just put it here and it'll push this to the side and it'll clear perfectly fine. Well, then you go and put your charge pipe in and it doesn't fucking fit. Now I got to reroute all my fucking lines. Another thing is the charge pipe pushes this down. I don't think it pushes it down enough to touch it, but like I said, once I have that heat shield on here, I'm not worried about this line. Anyways, like I said, I got the radiator kind of on. I'll finish bolting the radiator up once I get these lines done and pray that it doesn't leak. Because I don't know, I think I showed y'all in the last clip or a couple clips ago, that shit's fucked because it was hitting everything. There's no room in here, so I hope it doesn't leak. If it does, I'll just order another one and I'll move these fucking airbag sensors that I'm hoping don't blow up in my face, or will cause the airbags to go off. But we'll see. Basically, with this setup, this gets pulled back. The charge pipe holds it. Let me show y'all. And then, for the most part, I don't know. I haven't really tested it out yet. I think it's gonna be all right. But one second. All right, so as you can see, it's almost creasing, but it's not. The flow is still gonna be fine. But it goes through here, through there, and I'm gonna move this T-bolt clamp or V-band clamp. I'm gonna move it to the side, and just to get out of the way. Now this V-band bolt might be holding this up. So if it is, I'm just going to leave it like that and hope the bolt doesn't get crazy hot. But I'm going to move it because it'd be nice to get out of the way because I know it's going to get hot. Other than that, you see it clears. I can actually lift this up just like that. And clears fine. Plus, there's going to be a, like I said, turbo blanket on it. So it looks like a fucking mess. This is definitely not going to be the final hose setup. I'm going to definitely reroute these hoses. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it, it would have been so much easier if I did have one over here, because I could have ran it straight through here and down, but whatever. Because everything's over here. There's so much space right here. There's no fucking space right here. And that's the thing about this kit. Like, so far, the kit has been fine. It's been all right. Like, the welds look good. The fitment is all right. It's good enough. It's kind of like speed engineering, honestly. Like, the fitment, it'll fit, but it won't fit perfectly. Like, the welds are good. Shit like that is good. But as far as, like, they should have put this charge pipe going through this way. There's no reason to have your exit pipe and your charge pipe going through the same thing, because I believe I already showed y'all, but, you know, I had to cut that right there. There's normally a bar that goes up. And I'm sure normally this sits further this way. But if this sits further this way, you can't run this charge pipe through there. So, anyways. This is where I'm at right now. I'm going to go ahead and put that L clamp thing, L bracket down there and see what I can do. I got 4-inch ones and I got 3-inch ones. So I'm going to see which one fits better. But, other than that, I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I still need to put the bolts around it and stuff. Put these clamps on there, clamp all that down. Still need to tighten this. And then after that, put my intercooler back on and put the cold side on, and it's done. Other than waiting on parts, which y'all have heard me say 1,000 times. So, but yeah, guys, we're getting close. We're almost done. It's all nasty and shit because I'm using my grinder. I'm using my grinder to cut these hoses and shit, just because that's all that seems like the simplest way to do it. And it's getting on everything. But whatever. Put my turbo blanket on. And holy fuck. Getting those springs on. You can't see it. But getting these springs on. Basically, there's a spring on this side right here. And a spring on this side down there. And the springs go around, right? So it pulls the blanket on. So let me try to show y'all. There's one spring right there. Well, it's the same spring. and then another point right there. So you got to go all the way around under all that shit and stretch the fuck out of the springs. It took me a little bit to get it, but I got it on. And so now you can see there's my turbo blanket. Then this is touching it, but that's because, look, there's so much extra cushion in there. It really should not have a problem. This shouldn't have a problem. I might go, I might put some shit around it. This already came. This was already on there. I mean, it's not going to do anything, but I literally got this off, I went to AutoZone and picked up this hose, and then I picked up this hose, which I never used, but I'm glad I have it because I do a lot of projects, so I'll need it one day. But other than that, tighten the clamps down. Everything is tightened. I want to talk about this. You can see there's orange shit in there. I don't know how good of an idea it was to put copper RTV around those threads, but I did it anyways because I figured it'd seal it up. I'd imagine there's not too much pressure going through this line, this feed line. I mean, obviously it's enough pressure to get the oil up there, but I don't think it's any crazy pressure. So I think the copper RTV will hold it, but basically, you know, this fitting right here, you can tighten it, but once you're done tightening it, you better hope that it's in this position it's in right now. Mine wasn't. Mine was facing this way. So it didn't get tight until probably about where the L was coming this way, which meant I couldn't put my line on. So I undid it, I loosened it, I tightened it again, got it to right here, put RTV in it, and you can see, well, I don't know if you can, I can't keep still. It's loose. That's as tight as I can get it with this still on here. So I'll put that RTV, once it dries, that'll seal the threads up, and I'm hoping that'll hold. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the L brackets on now, and then once I'm done with that, I'll come back and show you all that. After that, finish the cold side piping, and this video is done. So here's my brackets, guys. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really simple. It's literally just an L bracket that goes around the bottom. I drilled that hole out pretty big. Drilled a hole right there, cut a good bit of the L off, and then put a screw in right there. It's pretty simple, but it ain't going nowhere. Now, I use these, if y'all are doing this, I use the 4-inch ones though, not the 3-inch. Now I need to create something to push this off of these airbag sensors. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna straighten this out, straighten 2 of them out, and put them long ways this way and this way. And there's already a bolt hole right there. Just gonna bolt it straight into there. I just gotta drill these out. There's my bracket. I want to shave these edges down and get it welded eventually. That way it's like a nice smooth turn and not, I mean, this looks kind of redneck, but fuck it. I didn't do this side because I only have the small ones, and also I don't know if that's going to work because the charge pipe. You know, the most annoying thing is doing shit like this where I push the radiator forward because to get it away from these airbag sensors. And now that I pushed it forward, now all of these are pushing up against the turbo blanket. So I don't know if this is going to work. I might have to figure something else out, which fucking sucks because I finally thought I had it, but that's just the way it goes. It's one thing after another. On anything you think is going to be simple and work out, never fucking works out. So, plus, who knows if that's even going to hold anyways. I'm sure it will. It most likely will, but it might not. So, if it don't, whatever. I don't know what this turbo blanket is going to do. Like, I don't know if it's going to get super hot to where it burns this, which would make sense Because, yeah, I mean, it is a turbo blanket, but this hot side of the turbo gets extremely hot. So, plus now you're putting pressure from this pipe onto this. I don't know. It might be a shit show. But you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to try it. We're going to see what happens. This pipe, I'm actually not worried about this one. Now I'm worried about this one. It was the other way around earlier. But since I pushed this up, I pushed this pipe forward, which pushed it harder onto there, and then pushed this even more onto there. So I guess we'll see what happens. This is it, guys. Got my air filter on now. This blanket is pretty thick, so this is touching the blanket, but it's not touching the actual hot side of the turbo. So I don't know what it's gonna do. If it burns through it, I'll reroute it. Whatever. All I did was flip these coil packs around on this side because I didn't feel like rerouting them or moving them anywhere else. Those ones are still in the corner. I got my custom plugs made. I made these. But other than that, I mean, the entire turbo kit's done. So next video hopefully will be a startup video, but I don't know how long that's gonna take. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. If you like this build, small little short build series, like and subscribe. The next build I do, I definitely will be more in depth and show y'all me doing it instead of just recording it and then you know, recording it after it's done. But you see what I'm working with. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, comment, like, subscribe, do whatever.